Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned with a new one, and as always, we gotta talk about it. So, let's talk about marketing, and this is going to sound a little bit political. As we all know, I don't really tend to go down that route, but this does have things to do with gaming and all these other things, and I'm really kidding in a way, sick and tired of the marketing in a sense, right? Marketing in today's term has gone completely off the rails. I don't understand what they expect. Like, seriously, right? I'm gonna give you an example of exposing too much when you go into your marketing. When I looked at Toy Story 4, like, marketing, right? And I saw Woody and I saw Buzz. I didn't even watch Toy Story 4. I watched the trailer. My friend showed me. Next day, he came in. He already watched the movie the day before when he showed me the trailer. And I told him, I guarantee you, after watching the trailer, I already know how the story goes. And he said, how? And I already told him immediately everything that could play out throughout that movie by giving my theory on it. And I was absolutely correct. That's one of the ways where they give you too much information to the point where you're like, in today's trailers, they already give you the movie in less than 15 to 30 seconds. And it's really them they're trying to entice you to go and check out the movie, but at the same time, it's like, man, I gotta say, a good way of marketing was the Snyder Cut, when they had the whole hallelujah thing in the background. Like, they were saying, the fans wanted this, here you are, you can have it. We're gonna give you this music even too. We're gonna make it dramatic looking. We're gonna really hype you up and anticipate this. That was good marketing. I gotta say, bad marketing, let's say, we all know I'm not a fan of the sequel trilogy, but Star Wars The Force Awakens. Star Wars The Force Awakens had Finn with the whole lightsaber, making us think that, okay, this dude came from, because he took off the Stormtrooper helmet, and we all thought, okay, so this is a Stormtrooper turned Jedi. This story to the public, in mass and movies, has not been captured through the movies, So a lot of people can appreciate this man's story of going from the Imperial Stormtrooper to turning into a Jedi. And as the story went on forward, he didn't perform that task, and it really went off the rails. That's what a lot of people were expecting when you showed them the trailer, because the trailer is supposed to entice you. And a lot of people believe that his story was going to be more, because they really showed him as a character that he had a lot of potential for story and a lot of potential for the audience to relate and love this character. But at the same time, they felt the character as a whole, making him stupider and dumber as time went on throughout the entire trilogy, which I completely disagree with. I feel as if Finn was done dirty. I feel as if Rey was done. I feel like the whole sequel thing was just done way dirty. I felt as if they didn't really get any respect, but that's a whole nother thing for later. These marketings have gone out of control, all right? And now I want to get into the specific main reason that had brought me to this conclusion, because I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, I guess I'll make a video on it. The new Captain America comic, I know some of you saw it. The Captain America, where they was saying that he was a homosexual. All right, this is what I'm gonna get into. This is why I'm saying this. The main reason I'm stating this, because I don't care if he's gay. I honestly don't. What I care about is the mere fact that they disrespected that character immediately out the gate by just saying he was gay. Because just by saying that that's all he is, I lost complete interest in the book. Because you want to know why? Because they already told me the story. He's gay. That's it. He's Captain America, but gay. That's it. There's no other reason to check him out. Oh, believing in truth and justice? Captain America. Protecting people who can't be protected? Captain America. Fighting injustice, doing what's right? Captain America. So you're sitting over here telling me and saying that, yeah, it's basically Captain America but gay. What's the point when anybody who is homosexual can relate to Captain America because truth, justice, and the American way? So if you're sitting over here proposing to me that this character is good and you need to check him out, and oh yes, the marketing is so well, there's no point. You're not exciting me. You're not hyping me up. You've already put in your point that this is the main reason why I want you to like this character, and this is the only thing good about this character. Now, you could say in a sense that this goes much deeper than marketing, and this is actually a cultural thing where a lot of people are focusing one thing on their character, which is really stupid. Because whenever you looked at characters, like, okay, let's look at Danny Phantom from Nickelodeon back in the day. If you never watched Danny Phantom, I recommend you do. Danny Phantom was a kid, 14. Parents built a strange machine. He went inside, because he wanted to check it out, wanted to see a world unseen. He pushed the button, and his parents were stupid for this because there was an on and off button inside the machine. He pushed the button and gave him ghost powers. First, he was freaking out and all that, but he learns to master it. He learns to do what's right. And as a character that he is a kid. He will get petty at times because he got bullied. And due to him getting bullied by the school jocks and whatnot, he even sometimes uses his power against them. You can even see it in the opening where he would use his powers to come out and shove the bully back into the locker and smile arrogantly. That is something that immediately caught my attention. It makes me think that is something that a lot of people would do. You bully somebody and they got powers, they will come back for smoke for you immediately because of what you did, which tells you that you should treat people with the same amount of respect and loyalty and all the other stuff, because that's what you want. Do unto others how you want to do for you. A basic rule of life that everybody can live by, So, with the marketing and everything going on, the opening for Danny Phantom is vastly better than the trailer and the marketing for the Captain America. I can't remember his name, and that shit shows again, because that's the only memorable thing I'll remember about that Captain America is that he's a homo. Like, that's the only thing. I don't really care about his name. I don't care about what he does. The only thing that matters is his sexuality, and that is very, 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 very stupid, because now I'm not even like, I already know what's gonna happen. He's gonna save the day. He's gonna like some dude. He's gonna protect the dude. He's gonna get the dude. Better the dude's gonna die, and it's gonna use it as a motivation to be better. Okay, whatever. That's boring. There's nothing to shake it up. You basically told me that it's basically Captain America. It's boring. Now the video was, I'm gonna have to divert from the video as it was playing, because I just wanted to get into just the marketing. I can't just get into the marketing. I had to get into these characters as well, because there's no real point to do your characters like this. Alright, it is extremely disrespectful to not only yourself, but to the characters you have made, and to also the reader. Because, for one, the people who created that Captain America, it shows that, for one, you have no respect for that character that you made, to the point where the only thing you marketed about him was that alone. Like, nothing else. You could have said, this is a Captain America who has more to lose than the original Captain America. You couldn't have said he has a little sister to protect, a little brother to protect, a family who doesn't even know he's the new Captain America. You could have gave something more than just that. And it feels as if the imagination for some of these people who are making these new characters are very, very lacking in a sense. You didn't have to do the way you did this character. It feels like you butchered this character. You disrespected it. You didn't know what you were doing with it. That's my personal opinion, alright? You could have done more with this character, because I feel as if you didn't give this character the same respect as you did the original Captain America. Let's take the original Captain America in a sense, right? The original Captain America they would have given him a story. I want him to do A, B, C, and D. D is going to be the ending. Alright? With this Captain America, they didn't say they wanted him to have an A, B, C, and D. They did have him to want one. But the real reason why they wanted him to have an A, B, C, and D was to focus more on the point that we're trying to push with the same marketing. And I do not agree with that, because it shows that you feel as if this Captain America will suck so bad. It is so dumb to the point where you have to focus on that one point that and also that you also feel as if that your readers are also stupid too, because they have to focus on that one point. Not like, seriously, Captain America have other comic books, and I can't remember right now off the top of my head. You know what? I'm gonna use Danny Phantom again. Danny Phantom not only had his powers to worry about, he had to worry about his family loving or rejecting him, which he got confirmation for, I think, twice. Because there was, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was Freak Show or it was some other ghost that ended up beating Danny and revealed to the world who he was. And Danny ended up getting a scepter and returned everything back to normal, and nobody knew his secret identity. And then there was the ending with Phantom Planet, where his family knew and they accepted him again. He had to not only hide his abilities, but to fight the enemy. And there was also a government agency called the GIOW who hunted Danny Phantom and saw him as a threat and was trying to do everything in their power to contain, to study, and learn from him. His parents, who he was afraid of at times because they spoke about, Danny Phantom as just something they could tear apart molecule by molecule. I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna study you. I'm gonna tear you apart piece by piece until I can figure out what makes you tick. His mom was the most dangerous one out of all of them too, which I love that, by the way. But that right there is extremely interesting because now he's got multiple things to worry about. On top of that, school, keeping the identity safe in school while you're fighting the enemy. Now, there's one thing that always got me with Danny Phantom, and the fandom shows this all the time. He ended up, if you don't know about the show, too bad, he ended up having this smaller clone with she was a defect and she just left. A lot of people in the community feel as if that clone should have been his daughter, and I feel that's more of a mature point of view, and that would have added on more problems. It could have showed like teenage, I guess, parenthood or something like that, which would have even been more representation now that you think about it. But getting back on topic, dang. I just feel as if today's characters are far too simple in a sense. And I know I tend to write, and I do end up having a simple character, but that's mostly for practice. Like, these are people who are having all this money backing and all these writers and professionalism and this creativity, and the only thing you can truly have is this simple content. Like, I just don't like simple content. It feels as if the early 2000 TV shows are better than now TV shows. Those characters had so much going on around them, and in each episode, yes, it did feel as if there was some kind of reset button. But if you ever look at Danny Phantom, his problems traveled along with him through the way too, because he had history with these ghosts. This wasn't just press the reset button and it'll continue like Family Guy. No. This ain't like Family Guy where everything just gets reset. This continues. This happens. So if he has a problem that he has not solved, it's still going on. It's going to continue. While you have these new characters who beat this problem, and then it just leaves and it resets. And I get it. That is more of a simpler kind of term. But it feels as if there is no... It just feels far too simplistic, and it focuses too much on one thing. And yes, you could say, well, that's just the style of it, and that's really your own personal opinion. Keep in mind, this is just my own personal opinion. You can agree or disagree. But I, as a consumer, would prefer to relate to a character who does not have a singular problem. That is not how the world works. Yes, some people do have just one problem, and they're very lucky for that, and whatever, depending on the severity of it. But you really tend to have a lacking of creativity and or relatability when you only have this character only having this one problem. Like, you could take all that stuff that I said about Danny Phantom and chalk it up as he didn't want his secret identity revealed. No, not only that, because that's only just, let's take the parents of GIW. That is one problem, yes, but you also have the ghosts attacking, and you also have the bullying, you have the school. There are a lot of different problems that these characters have that chopped up to be just one huge ginormous situation. It's not very simplistic, but it also can be summed up in a very simple way, in a sense. I'm somewhat losing my point here, but the marketing for these new characters, getting back on marketing, it's very, very dumb. That or reveals too much. And when the community that you have formed, like the moment you bring your creativity into the existence unto another, you pretty much got yourself a community going on, and they theorize and somewhat that's just how it's gonna be. But I'm just focusing on these new characters, and they feel as if they're lacking a real life lesson or something like that, like I could understand it's the creator's feelings for that, or it's the way the creator had it, but it feels a very lacking of relatability. You know, that's just for me and my personal opinion. If you like something else that's different, hey, that's you. I don't really mind that. You can even tell me all about that. You can yell at me, scream at me, whatever. I do not care. But the marketing of these new characters are just, I do not relate with them. I just don't. Like, let's take Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It feels as if they got multiple situations going on. You can tell that there is some simplicity up in there. You can just tell. It's very got that simple point. But I'm gonna leave it there. I know I've gone off the walls with this one, but that's because I really had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, and I've really been looking at it, and I want to make more content like this, where I'm just talking about things that I like and disagree with. Mostly, I've been on the wall with it, but we'll see. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, until then, peace.